Hi, and welcome everyone. It's Brent from Captain Savage Aquatics. Just doing a quick update. Moving some of the Naha grass out of the shrimp tank, moving some of the shrimp over to a different tank, moving some duckweed to the 75, some of the Naha grass, stuff like that. I'm going to let some people start. What's up, Jad Orsi? How are you? Don't mind me, guys. I'm just going to wait till we get some more people in here. Got a lot of dog hair in the area. Here. Adriel Dabs, how's it going? I'm Jet asks, good today. Yourself? I'm great. It's my day off today, but I'm gonna go into work a little later, for a few hours. So I just got I'm in the process of having a video. I just finished editing one of the videos of the 75 gallon. The first video of me like cleaning it and stuff. I'm working on the second one. I'm just waiting for the first one to compile so I can upload it to YouTube. So while that's doing that, because that takes a little while, like it could be 15, 20 minutes, half hour, depending on the size of it. And I mean, it's a gig or like 1.2, 1.3 gigs for like a 11-minute video when I shortened it and edited it. It was originally like almost 20 minutes long of me cleaning and explaining what I was doing and all that. So today, I know there's three in here. White said hello. Nice to see a daytime stream. Well, for me, anyways. Well, you know how I do it, White. I'm back to again to streaming. Break. Um, just the job I was currently working at, just to fill people in, especially White. Um, my overtime got cut back severely, so I was unable to continue to upkeep the internet and cable and all that. Things have gotten a little bit better. I'm on my landlord's Wi-Fi. Hello, the Fish Loft. So now I'm streaming again and uploading videos, even though it's a slower upload and download speeds. It still works, especially when I'm on my cell phone. So if this cuts out at all, um, let me know. It's just because I'm going through a lot of walls with Wi-Fi. Good morning, the Fish Loft, Jamie McDonald, White, uh, Adriel Dabbs, Jade Orsi. Welcome, welcome. That's actually pretty cool. So like I said, I don't know if you guys heard it. Today I'm just moving some of the Naha grass and other plants out of my shrimp tank. Also, I'm gonna move some of the shrimps from, let's see, I fishy so man, from the 10 gallon right here. I'm gonna try to take select shrimps, put them in this 3 gallon. That's been a while. I've already actually started before I recorded. This is some Naha grass I moved. I'm gonna try and clean this tank before I head to work. I mean, it's up to me when I want to go in because it's just overtime. But I think I want to work 4 or 6 hours today, because, every little bit helps. I know this tank's really dirty. I was going to clean this yesterday, but I just ran out of time before work. So, shrimp are going to go in here. I might move some shrimp into these guppy tanks, but these guppy tanks are going to be thinned out. All the culls, for now, temporarily, will go to that 75 or this 18-gallon tote right here. You can see all the duckweed between here, 125, other tanks. This has naturally a lot of duckweed. This was covered in duckweed, so I use this to scrape out a lot of it. I'm just trying to make sure there's no little shrimps um, dying because this tank is loaded with shrimp. Cherry red shrimp, snowball shrimp, blue velvet shrimp. So there's three different types of shrimp in here. And obviously snails, but Molly, get out of the way. She likes to be in my way. There's a shot of Molly for anyone that hasn't met Molly yet. She likes to beat on my tanks a little, especially the ones that have plecos in it. If you can see, I know the light's pretty bad, but there's a bunch of cherry red shrimp, a lot of juvies, really tiny baby shrimp in here. I got to clean the bottom of this tank. I mean, I haven't like gravel vac in this tank for like 6 months, but I do regular water changes. So like I said, I got snowball shrimp in here, a cherry red shrimp, and blue velvets. This the blue velvets. You do see them, but They're usually buried in this Naha grass, so what I'm trying to do is thin this out so more light can get in here, and I can see what shrimp I want to pick, like the darker red shrimps and stuff like that. Um, New York rep says, "Yo, what's up, buddy? How you doing?" And of course, I tagged this with Saranac Lake, New York, where I live. So I don't know if that's bringing more people in from YouTube from the upstate New York area or just New York in general. If you guys don't mind sharing this with me, for me, that'd be greatly appreciated. When I do share, it seems to stop the stream a little bit. So if I share to Facebook, Twitter, all that, well, Twitter's easy, but um, let me see, tweet. Let me know. Everyone's saying hi to everyone. Um, so yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just gonna work on take you guys along for the adventure. I clean this Naha grass out. Look at that nice deep dark red cherry shrimp right there. Now the blue velvets I got from Lucas Brett's Aquatics. Um, Lucas is a great guy. I'm trying to get more blue velvets from him. Now I might get some shrimplets in these and some shrimp. So I'm just trying to quickly move the Naha grass to the different tanks I want it in. Just due to lighting. Fishy Snowman, yes, I did get the flame moss. I haven't. I think I did a quick stream to Instagram yesterday. Um, Here it is in here. As you guys can see, I added a ton of duckweed. There's some Naha grass floating around in here. So here's the flame moss. Mr. D, what's up? So there's the flame moss. Some Jungle Valley picked up from a local fish store. This was a free sample. I think it's Java moss, or maybe it's some more flame moss that's in a small estate. There's some more. There's willow moss in here too, so that's pretty good. If anyone can tell me, I'm pretty sure that's an Apartment plant right there with the big leaves, but I'm not sure. Thanks, Jad. I appreciate you sharing it. And if I'm pronouncing Jad wrong, if it's Chad or a different pronunciation, let me know. Or enunciation. I'm bad with that. Mr. D says hi, everyone. So yeah, this is this tank. Got the yo-yo loaches. They're kind of small still. I got 10 convicts in here. My last live stream, I moved that angel in here because um, who was a Fish Tropic and Carlos or DPK was thinking the Angels and the 22 Bowfront were trying to breed. So I removed any other things that might eat the eggs. So temporarily, there's gonna be Jad. Okay, you pronounce. Okay, thanks, Jad. I appreciate that. So I got 10 convicts. They're smaller in here. 3 yo-yo loaches. I got some fancy guppies that were feeders from the local fish store. Um, so yeah, that's what's going on. The duckweed's in here because I noticed a tiny bit. It was still in the safe range, ish, for a pneumonia spike. Because I figured with all the fish, I mean, I did cycle this tank, but still. Oh, I do have some shrimp in here. Looks like a snowball or two might have made it in here, but the convicts are gonna wipe them out. If you can see in this corner, you can see the little shrimplet. So they'll get into the mosses and hide. But, you know, convicts, if they can eat it, they're going to eat it. Even the baby ones. So that's the 75 real quick. I think I'm going to add some Naha grass in here. There's the little baby guppies. Or, you know, juvie guppies, if you want to call them. Some pretty nice looking ones. Yep, there's the shrimp. Trying to get it. I know once it gets into the flame moss, these convicts will leave them alone. I did treat this tank with, I'm still doing the ICX. Well, I got one more day, so I got to actually drain this tank another third of the way today before I go to work. It's down to about here. I'll probably just do a 50% water change. Add more ICX. I got more General Cure and erythromycin in yesterday, so I just got to add that. So I try to do a week or two of General Cure, erythromycin, things like that. And there's the Yo-Yo Loach. Thanks, White, for sharing that on the Facebook pages. Unfortunately, guys, for people that have been long subscribers, they know normally I stream from my desktop. Unfortunately, it's so far in the corner in my over there. You guys can see my desktop. I was having issues with the cameras, or at least one of the cameras, because that takes so much bandwidth, and I only got about a 2 or 1.8 to 2.2 upload here, so that's why it's better on the cell phone for streaming. So yeah, and you can see all the Naha grass and stuff floating around in this 125. But this is going to be a kind of quick stream today. While I do this, I'm actually going to pull some more of the Naha grass out. Probably get some shrimp on here. Not that I'm trying to. I mean, you can see how thick this Naha grass is. So I just want to thin it out so I can see how many shrimp are in here. So I'm going to throw some of this Naha in here. It's this, you know what? I know this tank is cycled because of all the media I had in it, but you can't, plants don't hurt in a big 75, especially I'm going to be adding more fish and stuff to it. So you can see it's thinning out in here. I mean, these are two LED lights that are at 5K or 50 or 5K lights, LEDs. So, and they're new. So let's see. What tank? I'm going to put this in this one, the 3-gallon. All right, let me put you guys down for a second. Sorry if you fall, but I got this little tripod over here. So, Naha grass going everywhere. Or another word for Naha grass, guppy grass. I don't want to lose the specimens. So if anyone needs Naha grass, just get in touch with me. I got like a surplus of it. And I don't mind sharing. You know, maybe pay for shipping. And we'll go from there, you know. Plus, guppies like to breed in Naha grass. And any shrimplets that come off my hands or whatever into the monster tank right there, they're goners because the Oscars will eat them, or the Severums. What's up, Pro Tim? Yo, Captain, he says. Everyone's saying hi to each other. I appreciate the support for a day stream. Normally, I stream at late at night. Just the last couple nights, when I get back initially to work, it kicks my butt. So, because work can be mentally draining sometimes. I know if the shrimp go from one tank to the next, you know, it could be goners for them in here, but the angel will eat the shrimp. Everyone's saying hi. What's up, Big Easy? How you doing, brother? Come on, get out of the way, Molly. She wants to get at the rubber plecos that are in that tank. So, all right, let's see. What do you guys think? Should I take more Naha grass out of here? Now, you can see how thin this is. It's because one of the lights, LED lights I had in this thing, burned out. And yes, these only lose like 6 watts. Because normally you can only put the 15 watt, 2 bulbs in there. But look, you can see all the shrimp going low because I'm pulling out from the Naha grass. But I mean, there's got to be a couple hundred shrimp in here at a minimum, between shrimplets, cherry red snowballs, all that. And I got the snowballs from Jeremy or Sergeant Tanks. So that's what's in here. Oh, that one looks pretty nice right there. Sorry for the glare from the light, guys. The snowballs are like clear, so... But there's babies everywhere in this tank. That's the nice thing. Namaste. Namaste. Alright, now, I originally had this down. This is like a little 10 gallon, sponge filter that Jason sent me for my birthday or Fish Tropic last year. Now what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to let the shrimp, as I pull this very gently, this Naha grass, I'm just trying to let the shrimp get off this. I mean, this is grown all the way down to the gravel or the substrate down there. And you know what? I'm just going to keep... I got to clean that one. There's really no light. and I'll need 2 hands to open that one because I gotta lift this shelf up another like 3 inches. So you know what? I'll put the Naha grass in here with the baby super reds and the adult super reds or whatever, and the fancy guppies that are in that tank. Because if shrimp make it into my fancy guppy tanks, there's always a chance the shrimplets might get eaten, but usually fancy guppies don't go after them. From what people told me and my experience in other tanks, because I used to breed cherry red shrimp in a tank that was a 20-gallon that was overloaded or inundated with fancy guppies that was overfiltered. So let me take this strip. Look at that, I got a call coming in. Hello Mark, new name? I don't know. So, let's add some more guppy grass to this Naha grass. Now, I do have snails on this Naha grass for warning people. And if anyone does need like plants and stuff, I'd be willing to send some to them. Just they have to be forewarned that there's going to be probably snails or the eggs on the Naha grass and stuff like that. I could probably just do a 3% dip of something, but I'd have to pick that stuff up to kill the snails. They're mystery snails, so not a big thing. So, like the yo-yo loaches, actually, if I put the Naha grass in here, the yo-yo loaches will eat the snails and the eggs. So that's a good thing. But I mean, this tank's slowly coming along. Not much has changed since I did an update. I'm still editing the video. This you can see the yo-yo loaches. I just don't want to touch. Nothing wrong with snails. Honestly, snails help eat the smaller stuff that gets to the bottom of the tank that the fish and the shrimp and stuff like that don't eat. So this used to be covered. See this? This was like a half-inch thick or quarter-inch thick with duckweed. So I don't want to take all this stuff out. Like I added alder cones to this because the shrimp like it. It adds some tannins to the water, adds some nutrients and stuff as it's breaking down. Yeah, I'm gonna put some more Naha grass right here. And of course, there's super red babies in here, and the juvies and the chocolate. So breeding in that 18-gallon tote. I'm just gonna clean my fingers off in here. I like duckweed because duckweed will eat the ammonia, the nitrogen. It'll absorb all that stuff. Now, normally when the sump was gone, I couldn't keep duckweed on this because the sump would end up eating all the duckweed. Just from the overflow. Now, what do you guys think? Do you think that's thin enough, or do you think I should thin it some more? Let me know in the comment section, guys, or the chat. But let's see. Look at this. I do add food daily to this tank just due to the shrimp population. And there are snails in here. Not a lot of snails, but there are snails. I mean, you can tell how dirty that is. So, what do you guys think? Should I remove more Naha grass? Well, let me put the light back on. See, that suction cup, this won't stay on the glass. So, let me put this back on, and then you guys can tell me whether or not. Come on, baby. I'm looking for a tank to rinse my hand in. I haven't used, you know what I mean? I wash my hands quite consistently. If I do use soap, I rinse them off like 5 or 6 times just in case I'm in the tank. Vibu, what's up? Nothing wrong with snails. Pleco Whisperer, Big Easy says down for 90 days. Couple more handfuls. Alright, now you guys can see because now the light's over it. So you think 2 more handfuls out of this? And look at all those shrimp now. Now this used to be about where this section over here was literally, you couldn't see the bottom. It was like shaded pretty bad. So, of course, now that I've stressed everything out, all the shrimp, wow, I didn't realize I had this many. There might be more than a couple hundred in here. I'm just looking for the blue velvets, and I figured I'd see them by now. Give me a second, guys. I gotta move down. The reason I still haven't moved this tank, I want to move these tanks, so I might end up scooping pretty much this whole tank out, and going from there. So got a little Anubias, I think it's a Nana Petite that's been in here. It's surprising that it survived. I mean, look at how small those leaves are because the light just wasn't getting to it all too well. Um, of course, this is a shrimp hide. I used to have guppies in here, but in my opinion, the fancy guppies were eating the shrimplets possibly. And there was a beta, but the beta, I'm pretty sure passed away, and the shrimp and the snails just finished it off when it passed away. I mean, I had the beta in here for like, since I had the apartment pretty much. No, it's fine. Now that I got a look, got a better look. Um, Need to start taking some to the pet store for store credit or put some ads up online near you. Now, I know there is the fish fam up here. What I'm trying to do, like before I had to take the break due to internet and stuff, I was setting up a website because I had the cheaper end business class, which was like $150 or $160 a month with phone, taxes and everything like that included. Just I couldn't afford that because I got rid of my regular cable, but with that um, package, you got a free domain name, and I was setting up a website that way it was free through Spectrum up here with the business class that you could set up a website, and I was gonna put like different things that were breeding, like the shrimp, the Naha grass that's going crazy in this tank. You know, maybe some of the Nana Petites that I could split off. Um, so yeah, the closest mom and pop store to me, to be honest with you, White is an hour and a half, 2 hours, and that's by ferry. So I go up to Cumberland Head in Plattsburgh, which is like an hour and 15-minute drive or an hour drive solid. Then I got to take a ferry ride for about 15 minutes and then drive about 15, 20 minutes uh, or a half hour more to the store, which is no big deal, but that's $10 each way for the ferry. Now I could go south and take the bridge, that's free, but and that'll bring me closer to the actual store, but then I'm burning even more gas. So I mean, it's a toss up. But I don't think I burned $20 in gas going back and forth from that place. I'll try and take you into this thing. Now that's one of the cherry red shrimps that I got from the mom and pop store. Nice and fat, really good color on it. It looks like. Um, I like showing this tank this because I find the shrimp very interesting. Oh yeah, look at those. The big mamas and stuff, if you guys can see in there. I don't want to zoom in because the camera can kind of get bleached. But you can see the adult shrimp in here. Oh, there's one of the lonely snails that are in here. Oh, there's one of the blue velvets right there. Let me see if I can't zoom in with there's no glare. What's up, Angelo? Come on, where's the blue velvet? I saw him. He's right there. That really dark one. Let me see. Right there. Sorry for the shaking. I'm holding it on a tripod. It looks dark right there, but that is one of the blue velvets. I picked up a couple new juvie to adult size blue velvets just because I wanted to get some different genetics in here. I know the blue velvets were a decent grade from Lucas Brett's, but I thought I had way more blue velvets in here, but it's really hard to tell. You know, are these smaller shrimp right here? Are those snowballs, or do this not have they just not colored up yet? You know, for blue velvets. Now, blue velvets and cherry red shrimp. Um, yeah, blue velvets are just a genetic. You know, they're the same line as cherry red shrimp, so they can crossbreed. So it's just the genetic. You know what I mean? Genetics. So there's always a chance with these cherry reds that I'll get blues out of them, and vice versa, so they can breed. But normally the red line will breed blue once in a great while after a certain amount of generations. Lucas knows way more about shrimp than that than I do. Um, but I want to get some more blue velvets in, and that mom and pop store said they'll um, order some if I want, but they want $7 shrimp. Cherry red shrimps, to be honest, I've never paid $7 for cherry red shrimps at a local mom and pop store. The most I've ever paid was like $4, $5 tops. So seven's a little steep per shrimp. I mean, I'll just wait till they come available on Lucas Brett's site because he only charges, I think, $4 or $5 for them. You know what I mean? But to get those is kind of hard. So I don't know. But if anyone needs some cherry red shrimp, let me know because obviously I got a bunch and snowballs. Trade in some of the shrimp, yeah. But see these juvies, these really small ones. I'd get a combination of snowballs. They will sell the snowballs. They'll sell those for $77. Not the really small ones, but these full size ones are juvies. Will be nice. And the snowballs you can definitely tell is the yes. Vi View is the giveaway still going on. I was gonna move it to 1,000 subscribers, but I decided, you know what? I'll do it at 750 subscribers still. I'm kind of up in the air, but no matter what, it's going to be a $25 Amazon gift card. That way, if you're not in the States or you live internationally, you still can use the Amazon gift card. And then the two runner ups will get $10 gift cards. But if things are going better and I get a huge bump, maybe I'll do a $50 gift card for the first place. And two 25s for the thing, but that's $100 out of my pocket. You know what I mean? That's a lot of money coming out for a single dad. So I'm still thinking about it whether or not I'm going to bump it up. Yes, I am working a lot of overtime. Maybe I'll just keep it 25 and two $10 because that's only 45, $50. You know, and then at 1,000, maybe I'll do another giveaway with more money, or 1,500 or something like that. Mr. D says, "How much do you want for the cherry shrimp?" I want to go. I'm gonna go online and see what the average. Uh, I'll take pearlweed. I actually have some pearlweed on order right now. To be honest with you, I like the mosses and all that stuff and other plants. And the Facebook Marketplace, there's definitely a lot of um, people that sells plants, shrimp, fish. Oh, there's the blue velvet. There he is. See him? See how dark that is? Or maybe that's just the crossbreed. That's no, that's the blue velvet. There should be two big or three big ones like that in here. I just don't know if they're males or females. Because if they're males, it doesn't help me any. But they had like 10 blue velvets, but the tank that it was in was a 55 gallon with the at the local fish store with like the mesh in between, but the shrimp could fit through it. You know what I mean? So it's sectioned off. I gave, I guess, a handful of Polaroid for $4.80. No one else wanted it, so I wanted to be generous. Yeah, I'd be interested in it. I'd be even willing to pay the shipping if you're just looking to try to get rid of it. You know, I just got to be careful right now. I probably won't be for another couple weeks because I got to watch my funding because I got to fix some stuff on my van for a couple $100. So that way I know I can go to my parents' house. And when I do go to my parents' house next week at some point, I'm going to call the fish store. Actually, I might call them today before I go to work, my old stomping grounds, and see if I can do a fish room tour. Or my old stomping grounds in Massachusetts at the, I can't remember the name, the fish spot, I think it is, or something. It's in Fall River where I used to live. So I'll see if I can do a store tour, you know what I mean? And go in early where the owner's there and, see the back side of stuff with all the filtration and all that. It has salt and freshwater stuff, and they have cherry shrimp. And I'd be willing to I'm tempted to pick up a bunch of fish while I'm down there because there's a lot more local moms and pop stores. Plus, there's PetSmart, Petco, so I could just do tours of them all. What's up, Aquarium Cop? I can't believe this. This is awesome, guys. I'm happy to have this many people in here watching me do whatever. So, yeah, that's just the shrimp tank. Sorry. If you want me to move to a different tank, I think I might thin this out. What do you guys think? Thin out some more of the Naha grass? I mean, right there, how many shrimp do you think are this in the viewfinder right now? Got to be 50 or 100, right? Just in that one little clump. Because I do throw, like I said, I feed this tank every day, a little bit every day, like 2, 3, 4 pellets. And I do use, let me see if I can't grab it. I do use this to add like tray stuff, BioPro Crystal Red shrimp stuff. I know these aren't Crystal Reds, but it has a lot of, use every 5 to 7 days, adding 1 gram per 100 liters of water. This adds the different things, that these shrimp eat. And of course, it came from China or over there somewhere. So this is pretty cool. And I dose this like once a week or sometimes twice a week. It adds like biofilm and stuff to the tank for the shrimp. Um, oh, hold on. Yeah, you want to trade me pearlweed for? Let me see what pearlweed goes for on the internet. Not that I'm cheap, and I want to help out support the other fish fam. I just don't know what pearlweed typically runs for, because shrimp. If I was gonna sell the bigger ones in here, the more adult shrimp, juvie to adult, I'm sure I'd be selling these for $3 to $5, or like probably $3, 3.50 a piece per shrimp. So now, if it's a huge healthy thing, well, look at that. See that? That is a snowball shrimp, or maybe a cherry red that just got stressed out. That has a bunch of babies. It looks like it's getting ready to, you know what I mean? Pregnant female there, I'll just say. Oh, I am 16, so no money guy. Money guy, haha, we are still struggling. Okay. I will take fry, Vi says. Okay, yeah, no, 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 that's fine. I'd be willing to give the small stuff for the shrimp I just heard shrimp that are very small, like shrimplets and stuff. I wouldn't want to send you because, yeah, those little guys will be able to get adjusted to your water parameters easily or easier. I would rather send you some of the bigger shrimp. Um, the juvies and a little bit bigger. But I'm not gonna lie, with having three different types of shrimp in here, you might get a combination of cherry reds, maybe a couple smaller blue velvets and stuff like that. No, no, one for adults. I will take fry. But yeah, I'd be willing to ship, and maybe put a return label in there that way you could send some pearl weed. Let me think about it for a little bit. I'll definitely get back to you. Maybe PM a message to me on YouTube. Private message me or direct message me on YouTube, and I will check the message and give me your address. I'll price out what it will cost to ship, and see what it'll cost me for a return label where you just literally put the pearl weed or whatever. I mean, pearl weed could go in an envelope and come back. You know what I mean? Unless it's a very brittle type plant. So, and most likely you're gonna get a little bit of this Naha grass, unfortunately, because uh, every time people ship shrimp with me, I always get some plants because the shrimp will hold on to that in the bag. So yeah, I see. Aquarium Cop says bottom. I don't mind a variation. Anything's fine. Okay, cool. I'll take fry. If anyone needs some guppy fry, let me know, or guppies, fancy guppies in general. I'll go cycle through the tanks, and if people want to pick certain ones. Now, the one thing I will tell you is the ones I want to keep that I'm going to specifically breed in the 10 gallons that are set up there. Um, Bottom, yeah. That's what I'm wondering. What Aquarium Cop is saying bottom for. Um, I will. I'm gonna pick the specimens I want to keep that I'm gonna breed out, and see what colors I can get, and go from there. Look at this. Look at that shrimp stealing that big, big pellet of food. Right. I do feed pellets in here, because I know it's the shrimp. You know what I mean? One pellet's a lot of food for all the shrimp. I mean, look at these. That's a nice cherry red shrimp. It's pretty dark. Um, there's another one. Sorry, I'm just trying to find it with the viewfinder. That's not a bad one. A little bit lighter, but it's got some dark stuff. Sorry, the brightness of the camera. Brian, I would take $20 plus shipping for 10 shrimp and guppies just to get some sales out. Bottom feeders. Yeah. Well, honestly, shrimp are a good cleanup crew. So if you were to get them in a community tank, look at that big red guy. Um, Not dead. It's just a big female. It looks like. Nope, that might be a male. I don't see any eggs, but it's not saying that it isn't. Hi, Captain. Says down the wormhole top pro Tim. Now I'm gonna add another catappa leaf, but these shrimp, no joke, the catappa leaf only lasts like a week in here. But that's why I added those alder cones. Sorry about that, guys. Got another phone call. My stream didn't stop. White says, Brandon, would take $20 plus shipping for 10 shrimp and guppies just to get some sales out. I may take you up on that, bud, White. But White, aren't you over in Spain, if I remember correctly? Or is that someone else? I don't know how these shrimp would internationally ship. You know what I mean? Plus, shipping, if it's going to Spain or wherever you live, if you're international, I don't know how long it would take. I could easily send these in a small box, and not put live shrimp or whatever on it, but I just don't know how long these guys would be able to live. I mean, I could put a heat pack in there for a couple days, but even then, these shrimp can go down to I think the mid 60s, low 60s. Lucas Bretz has even said he's had shrimp in tanks that have wintered outside where he lives, just in the deeper water when it was cool, where they didn't get frozen. But I wouldn't probably go down below the 50-degree area. But I just don't know with shipping how that would work. I mean, I probably would have to overnight it to you, and that would be expensive. Welcome, DEA. So, yeah, that's the shrimp tank. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think I might want to thin out this a little bit more, but I definitely can see the shrimp a lot better now. There's the blue velvet chilling in the back. If you can see. There's that log. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. There's a blue velvet because it's dark, because it's shaded. Oh, White was saying, yeah, I'm in Spain. Sorry, I was saying if I was you, I would sell some 10 shrimp or guppies for $20 plus shipping. Do some deals. Just got some sales, just to get some sales out. Yeah. Well, I might talk to that one shop that I want to do a shop tour of that's up here that I would consider a local place, and see if I can't sell these shrimp and get a store credit, because they do have used fish tanks and stuff coming in, because if I could get food and other shrimp, you know what I mean, just to get new genetics in here for shrimp, like the nicer looking shrimp and stuff like that, special orders, I'd be interested in selling fancy guppies. And the first couple of staff that I talked to that have been there for the 3 or 4 years at that local pet store were like, oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, we're always looking for new breeders. You'd have to talk to the owner, but he's always interested in new stock coming in from different people, especially if you can get somewhat of a deal. Yeah, exactly. Make something back from the hobby. Now, my thing is, I could clear this tank out, but I wouldn't want to do that. You know what I mean? Because there's probably only 50 or 100 adults in here, and the rest are juvies and shrimplets. Look at that one. That guy's just starting to color up. That cherry red right there. Look at all the babies. Obviously, you got snowballs, cherry reds there. Some more juvies. Look at those big, fat cherry reds. Yeah, local fish store, but I'd love to sell it to people in the fish hobby, too, because I might be able to, not that I'm being greedy, I'm just looking to cover the cost of, just the upkeep of the hobby myself. Getting new food, be able to buy a new tank here or there or something. So maybe I'll sell online too. So this is the new 125, guys. Don't mind that filter floss and stuff like that. That's actually pinky floss. For when I was running my sump, I actually have it in a 5-gallon bucket. I was just trying to get some more beneficial bacteria in this 75. So there's a bunch of Naha grass. I know some snowball shrimp made it in here. Maybe some cherry red shrimp. I just don't know where they'd be hiding out. If they were smart, they'd stick in the Naha grass. Look at that. The convicts already moved up into there. One of the convicts into the Naha grass. I have 3 yo-yo loaches. I might get more. You got to save yourself some of the best. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm not that I want to sell a low quality stuff, but the stuff that people, that are just getting into the hobby, or they just want to get some more fancy guppies for a cheaper rate. For the fancy guppies, I probably want to sell them as a pair or a trio. One male, two females, or a quad if you want to call it that, with two male or one male, three females. I don't know, or a trio, and the male would kind of be free or whatever. I'm doing baby brine shrimp in that. That's why I got that light on it. I know they said don't put a light on it, but that's how that LED is keeping that right around 80 degrees. Um, Nice tank. This is still in the process. I got more plants on order for this tank, and I'm actually going to take some of the bigger pieces that have been like of the Mopani driftwood and manzanite wood out of my 125 and bring it in here. Um, just to get stuff here. I just don't want to put too much stuff in here. And there are some DIY. Sorry for the bleeding. Uh, Sponge type filters. All that is that fine floss that I would put into an old filter I had, like a Cascade or something. When I had the Cascade type, 3 or 5 stage filter. You know what I mean? Outside the tank, I can't remember what they're called. You know what I mean? Where you add the tubes in. Oh, the canister filter, like that thing. So I did that 1 teaspoon or tablespoon, or I think it was teaspoon of baby brine shrimp in there. I added the salt in there after an hour of those being soaked, because you got to soak them for an hour before you add the salt. I put, I think it was 2 tablespoons of salt in there, and it said 24 or 28 to 36 hours. It'd be baby shrimp, brine shrimp in there, and I was gonna use those for the angelfish and feeding the other tanks. So it was about time that I got a culture up. Unfortunately, I didn't have any more of those valves where you can tighten. Otherwise, all the air would be going into that 1.2 liter bottle, 1.1 liter bottle right there. I do shut that light off at night because this is my bedroom. So the temperature may drop. Plus, I run the AC. But with this being there, this tank's running at 74, 75 degrees. I may lower that a little bit, because once I take the convicts out of here, I'm gonna move super reds in here, maybe some chocolate plecos, and then I'm gonna buy from like Guppy Train one specific line, or see if Jason from Fish Tropic will send me a really good line. White says the Super Reds will be nice when you can get some cash back off them. Yeah, I mean I got baby Super Reds right now, and my 20 long and that 18-gallon tote on the floor. But I can't sell those babies till probably for another 4 or 5 months, and I'm definitely not selling the parents, because now they're pair. You know what I mean? Now they're breeding, so definitely not selling the juvies to adults or whatever. So it'll be the baby ones that are coming up. So I do have chocolate plecos in there, super red plecos, probably some shrimp because I added the Naha grass in there. And I'll probably sell some of the Naha grass that I have. But that's just that. I mean, this 75's been up for, this is day 6 or day 7 now. I pretty much cycled this tank in 2 days with all the additional medias in here. I had a power head in here. I had a canister filter on this, cycling this. Um, And yes, you can insta-cycle a tank, guys, just about. But I do check the ammonia, nitrates levels. I use this, so this is the ammonia one. Got it in the kit, right? I think Sergeant's Tank's kit that he sells with the ammonia easy test strips. The ammonia was at um, zero point 0.5 yesterday. I did a 50% water change, and I tested it again, and it was like nothing before I did the meds, and there was no chlorine because up here the water in town is off 6 or 8 big wells, so it's well water. You won't. I have a pool of tannin water, so I want shrimp. Shrimp outdoors. Shrimp go out good outdoors. So let me decline that. Um, so My parameters for this tank's right at about 7.1. It's somewhere between 7 and 7.2. A low end might be 6.9 for the alkalinity of the water, um, or the pH of the water. And then I'm right at somewhere between 80 and 120 for the KH. And this has no chlorine in it. The total hardness is somewhere between 75 and 150. So we'll say like right around 100, 120 for GH. There's no nitrite or nitrate in this tank because like I said, I test these daily. And a quick little pro tip: with these strips, cut them in half because this is only 25. I have one with 50, and you cut 25 in half with scissors, right? Make sure you don't have any moisture on the scissors because you don't want to activate it. You get 50 of these things. I also cut these in half. And also, I did use this whole thing of stability for the 7 days. I mean, this treats 400 gallons, but with the amount of water I've changed out and with that for the meds that I put in here and stuff like that. So this is going to be like a for-profit tank, but of course, that angel's not going to stay in here if I'm have fancy guppy fry in here and stuff of a specific type. Now, the angel won't bother the super red fry or the chocolate fry. Um, and those yo-yo loaches are community. I mean, they'll just eat snails if they're in here. But those convicts, this tank, they're only short-lived in here. In a way, I know this tank's already cycled, but in a way, they're adding a bio load to this tank, which this really didn't have while I cycled it. You know what I mean? Even though everything was reading 0, you know, it's still not a seasoned tank. So I'll probably pull these convicts out in the next week or two. That way, this tank has been up almost for a month then. And then I might move super reds in here. I just want to make sure this water's stable enough and this tank's stable enough to support breeding. You know what I mean? So I don't know what you guys think. Any opinions, comments, suggestions? You won't want to. You want to keep your super red separate so they can breed true, and you can get top taller. As far as I know, the chocolate plecos will not breed. Those chocolate and citrus will not breed with the super reds, based on what Jeremy told me. Um, and he's been breeding plecos for a while. So, or Sergeant Tanks. So I could be wrong. I'll ask Jeremy again, but I have no problem with super reds. I think it's because they're different from a different gene pool. You know what I mean? Different type of species, even though they're pleco. So yeah, got a bunch of duckweed in here. The sponge filters will temporary sponge filters will keep this going. I do have some bigger sponge filters on order. I'm gonna put two 75-gallon or two 60-gallon sponge filters in here, or maybe I'll just get one massive sponge filter for like a 125-gallon tank. Those are only 15, 18 bucks, maybe 20 at most. And I'll put it in here. Obviously, I'll leave that, you know, the DIY type sponge filters that I made in here till that thing gets seeded for like a month or two. Always, like I said, see that media right there or that pinky floss that's been seeded for months, and it's literally this in this bucket with snails and stuff like that. There's duckweed in here. This doesn't get a lot of light. This is my snail breeding. So I literally just go like this. Okay, I want some more seeded material, or I'll take it from the sump or this. I got sponge filters and stuff. I just don't have, per se, the setup where the sponge filter will sit straight up and down. And I just can literally just do this. I know there's no airflow on that, so it's going to be a different type of, more probably of an anaerobic type bacteria, and it's not pretty to look at, but that's okay. So I'll just let that settle. I don't know what you guys think, but I'm approaching an hour, and I got to start watching my time because I don't want to get into work past like 2 p.m. because I kind of want to leave by 8. I don't know. I'm debating whether I do 8 or 10 hours today. Um, I'm thinking 8. That way I can get home at a decent time. But that's this tank. I will, if you guys can do me a favor. I wasn't going to show the 75 off till I got all the videos posted. Oh, look at that. It finished. Um, damn it. It finished. Um, this finished, so now I can actually upload this. I like to do it separately because I found that this takes longer to upload out of this Wondershare program, or that's my feeling. So the new update, this video right here that I was working on, will be uploaded to YouTube. So let me close that. Minimize. Now I just gotta find where the new video is because it saves to my desktop automatically. There we go. So let me open up YouTube. Move this over to that screen. And I know this is going to be kind of like an editing, but I've already done an editing video. If you guys are interested on how I edit my videos, I can do another like live stream, or maybe I'll do, you know, a quick and easy where I make a live stream that's like into like, you know, a 2 hour live stream into like 15 minutes. Oh, look at that. I gotta sign in, obviously. And of course, I'm taking bandwidth by doing this. Sanjita Esping, just hit the like button. Yep, I will. I'll go onto the stream and hit the like button in a minute. Do you guys want to see my Fahaka puffer? Now, sorry guys, I gotta wait for a text because I got two-step thing on there. I got the damn it. Two-step verification set up on my account because I don't want people getting into my YouTube account. I'm just kind of paranoid about that. So let's see. Let me go to the upload. Cancel. Vibu, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that, buddy. Watching from work. Hope everything is doing well. Everything is going well and doing well. I hope you're having a great day, Andy. Cancel. Let me. YouTube apps, messages. And where's the little button to upload? Am I just being blind? Oh, I'm back up to 733. Nice. Awesome. Thank you for everyone that recently subbed. Let's see. Dark thing off. I want on. I like the dark theme better. There we go. Much better. Sangjita Shilat. I don't know what you're saying. Tras. If that's how you pronounce your name, don't understand. Can you speak in English? If so, please do so. Let me check. Upload my videos. Live streaming dashboard. Settings. Dashboard. I need some leaves for tannins for my wild caught angelfish. Any recommendations? Get some opani or I got this. If anyone doesn't know what my aquarium box is, it's a monthly service where you get free samples of stuff before they come out. This adds black water, which is like tannins in a bottle from Continuum. Check that out. This is not, I'm not paid to give this advertisement. You know what I mean? I'm not being paid for this. So, Flora, so it's Continuum, Continuum, and it's Flora. Looks like VIV, Blackwater. Can you guys see that? You can always pause the stream. Remember that. It's from Continuum. Continuum Aquatics. In my aquarium box, you get like it's like Christmas every month. Do you want an aquarium co-op towel? I think I already have an aquarium co-op towel, but I could be wrong. I know I have a Sergeant Tanks towel. So let me go. Let's see. I gotta upload. So where is the easy upload? Subscribers, comments, my video. Screw it. I'll just go into my video section. And with my aquarium box, I think for the freshwater, tropical freshwater, it's $24.99. Then if you want the South American cichlids or cichlid package, it's $34.99. I can't remember. I'm thinking about getting it again. So where's the upload? YouTube has changed so much. Where is the upload button for this thing? Da, 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 da. You know, does anyone know where they moved the upload button to? It used to be right up here on the bar. Let me go to my dashboard again. Let's see, views. Wow, view, or view. Wow, you've added a lot of comments to that one video. And honestly, guys, with that 750 subscriber video, the way you can have a better chance of winning, just a refresher, comment, keep it constructive. Just don't type the same thing over and over. And the more times you comment on that video, the better your chances of winning, you know, that $25 Amazon gift card. And it gets shipped via email. So can anyone help me and tell me where the button to upload is? Right through YouTube. Am I just being blind? No idea, laptop. Well, it should be the same. Yep, that's ardenttank.com. That's cool. I don't care if you advertise for other fish fam in here. Let's see. Let me go back to my channel. It's supposed to be right there. In the creator studio. Okay. So YouTube Studio Beta I'll go into. It's pretty nice, that beta that they set up. It's pretty nice. I like how it's set up. Now, guys, I try to answer all comments, but sometimes it takes me a little time because I'm kind of busy, you know? But everyone's busy, so close. Let's see, what's new? Check it out. Help. Settings, comments, set as default. Studio. Missing features. Comments, analytics, videos, dashboard. Let's go to the dashboard. Well, this is the dashboard. That's my latest video. Watch time, 258 minutes. Views down 20%, but average video duration. It's now the gray up button. Okay, where is the gray up button? Because I was looking for that. Because that's what it usually is. Is it in this section, or am I blind? Create a video. Up. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I hit the camera to upload a video. Gotcha. Okay. That was simple. I should have just clicked on that originally. Your screen is too fuzzy. Yeah, it's because I'm holding it like a mile away. And I'm not sharing the screen, so... so let me grab this video. Drop and drop. Copy. Here, if you guys want to see this, I'll put you near it, but it's kind of hard to have this tripod this close. Let me zoom out. The If anyone's wondering what I'm doing about that, guys, I'm just kind of screen is too fuzzy. Is that a little bit better? Sorry for the granularness of it, how grainy it looks. If you guys don't, if you upload, get TubeBuddy because it's free. I pay for the subscription. New fish I enjoy, planted tanks, planted aquariums, fruit plans and projects, shrimp care. Kind of talked about that. Oh no, I didn't. Not in that one. Not in that one. I guess how-tos, shoutouts, live streams. It's definitely. Sorry, you guys can't see that. Let me see if I can't point down to the list. I have a lot of playlists set up because that's an easier way to keep people on your page longer. Video editing with Cappy, cool beta videos, update one of these. I got a free subscription for TubeBuddy for 7 days. Honestly, it's worth it. It's cheap. As long as you don't mind paying the money per month, I've kept it. Honestly, I love all that. Now, let me know if the stream's jumpy, guys, because I am uploading the video right now, even though I'm editing it. I think I did that on a Thursday. No. Oh, that's good enough. Demonetization audit, no warnings. I'm not it anyways. Captain Savage Aquatics, late night live stream. Can use that. Use that. Can use that. I have automatic keywords that come up. Hashtag fishfam. I can't stream because it's not a live stream. It's just fish live stream. No. How to guppy breeding, guppy care, fish room tour, fancy guppy care. Not really. No guppy care. How to do water changes. No. Mic is low. Oh. Brian, your mic is low. I got a free. Yeah, sorry. I've been kind of mumbling to myself. I'm just clearing all the keywords off of here that I'm not using right now, uploading this video, because I don't want live stream up here, because I can't use it. I had fish fam there. Come on. Got it. Let's go. Hashtag time. I think I already have hashtag fishfam. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. Let's see. Sorry, I don't mean to change the stream to that, but I want to add it in there because it'll help it populate better. So I'm up to 385 characters on this. Back it's so. Thanks. Car still broke. Mechanical order part. Yep. Yeah, I hear you. I got stuff to do to my van. I just happen to have a really good family, or my mother-in-law has a really good guy that she's been friends with for forever, or a friend of the family that is getting me a really good deal on my stuff. New 75 gallon aquarium. No, I wouldn't do that because if you post 1, 2, 3, 4 view, Vi or whatever, you'll be considered spamming, and it will block your comments from that, and then it'll block everyone else's comments. That's why I say keep it keep it clean, because my son looks at the comments on that video and tells me who's been commenting later, lately. So savage mode. Um, don't mind me. Yeah, just don't comment spaces and stuff on that video either, because it will remove your stuff. Fishfam news, aquatics and gala. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just looking at the keywords right now to add, because it gives you um, good keywords sometimes. Time, uh, killing fish, humorously. For some reason, it's not adding those. 75-gallon aquarium setup. Okay, that's good. If you can see down here, I'll zoom in for you guys. So TubeBuddy and Video IQ, video SEO score. I have Video IQ. It's not the paid version right now. Because I don't. It's $40 a month or $39.99. Even with a discount of 50%, I could pay for the year, but that's like $500 or 400 and stuff. So right now it says the vid IQ score is 45 out of a possible 100. The checklist is not um, that great either. It's pretty good. Triple keyword, so that means it's good. Rank tags, that'll come up as the video gets older. Tells me it's added to a playlist. It's public. At least one end screen, at least one card. Closed caption, Twitter or Facebook with at least one like. Reply to a recent comment, so I'll reply to it when it uploads. Like I said, I'm on my landlord's internet, and um, I'll remove those Vi. No offense, just to keep the chat nice and tight and readable. No. That just don't worry about that aquarium cop. He's asking about posting on the giveaway part, right? Because if you're talking about the giveaway, you can post that stuff. Like I said, keep it constructive and ask questions. If you want some answers and stuff like that. I use a YouTube software that's more of a light edition where I can YouTube Studio for my phone, where I can go in there when I have internet and reply to comments while I'm at work. You know what I mean? When I have internet and stuff or things. So, how to fancy guppies. But you can see actionable, 45 out of 50. So the biggest point. Oh, okay. This example is from him. So I got 5 tags. Account is good. Tag volume is 1 of 5, but that hasn't updated yet. Performance will be based on how this video does over, I think, a couple weeks span. Um, Aquatics update. Oh, let's do Aquatics update too. Sorry for this, guys. Let me zoom in a little bit more. See how it populates keywords? Aquatic update. I'm trying to get as close to 500 characters as possible. The more you have, the better it is. It's easier for YouTube to know where to put you. Um, won't let me highlight that. Bummer. And for some reason, it's not letting me click on the button to add it. So, what is the 75-gallon? It's hard to type with one hand because I know the keyboard, but what is it? 75-gallon freshwater. aquarium. There we go. So I'm up to 445. The main thing, guys, like I can sort this based on how it ranks. Remove duplicates. That's the nice thing about TubeBuddy, the sorter. It'll tell you what ranks too. I'm gonna apply it and close. It's gonna update that, as you can see. The highest ranking tags first, because that helps your video rank easier. Uh, uh, Anyone got any questions? Because it feels like I'm not doing a lot of talking while I'm trying to add tags. And I'll go back to showing tanks, but I got to be careful because I'm at 34% battery. Who texted me? Marcus, right? Okay. Yes, please do. Sorry about that. Yeah. New baby life. At a hospital right now, so I'm basically free. I got you. I'm just seeing what else I can use from this. You know what? That's good enough for now. I'm gonna post that, and I can always add more later when I'm not live streaming. So I'm just gonna publish that. Translations. Translate into English. That's fine. Advanced settings. Recording wasn't today. Allow embedding. The hell, return to editing. How long have I been in the hobby? Roughly somewhere between 10 and 15 years, but full time, like working on fish tanks, probably right around somewhere between 10 and 12. And then the other times when I was a kid, if you add up all those months and stuff like that. One thing, guys, if you don't know about this, Video IQ, if you stream to YouTube, you can download the free app right to your Google Chrome, whatever you do, and it'll like see that 1.2K. That's year to date for the last 12 months. How many hours of watch? So I got 1 hours, probably close to the 1,300 hours, because you need 240,000 view minutes equals the 4,000 hours you need, and then you need 1,000 subscribers before you can partner again with Facebook and get the advertising and all that. But you can see right here, it's up 74%. Average view time or average minutes watched is 8.16. If I take 81.6 and divide it by 240,000 minutes or 4,000 hours, that'll tell me how many minutes or how many hours I need based on an average of 8 minutes and 16 seconds of watch time. Now this has increased because I do live streams, and it'll go up and down based on live streams. So, and that's another free thing you can get. So let's see, recording date, monetize, it's everywhere. Always check these other tabs to make sure you're good before you post a video. Now, since I added namtime, fish time, delete this out. Control V. Save changes. Sorry, this kind of turned into video editing. Now, I got to leave this tab open while I'm streaming. That way it'll continue to upload. It's only 15%. It says about 5 minutes. When I used to have the business class internet for myself, I was doing 400 megs down, or that was what approximately what I could have, but I was doing 15 megs up, 15 to 20 megs upload speeds. So 15, 20 megs means a 1.2 gig file would take like not even 5 minutes to upload, or less, probably and a half. So I'm just going to minimize this because you guys don't need to see. So let me show you this tank. This is the angel tank, rainbow tank. I'm pretty, because I'm seeing like white kind of clearish specks, because Carlos or DPK was saying they're showing breeding behavior on this tank. UII sponge that I created, this foam sponge filter. It's a real fine sponge. right here. I haven't cleaned it for months, but the TDS on this, um, I did feed this tank earlier, so that's going on. I'm gonna take some of this Java moss out. Actually, I don't want to take the Java moss out because I don't want to pull eggs. I might see little white dots on the Java moss here and there, and maybe food particles, but the little tiny white dots that almost look clearish are possible rainbows eggs because they said these guys look old enough to be breeding. I'm gonna break this sword down later because they'll spawn, because they're ever. I'm pretty sure right there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little white dot, kind of clearish dot, right there on one of the Java mosses, not part of the glass. So that might be an egg. They're this everywhere, but they said, they scatter the eggs pretty wild, so all over the place. Obviously, you just don't want them getting fungus on them. Pump more air. Also to the bottom. This sponge filter, DIY sponge filter, if I crank this up and put more air to it, it will literally keep the bottom of this clean with anything that's at surface. Almost like an egg tumbler. 240,000 minutes. Now, before the internet, I literally was right there. I was at 3.95 or 7.5 or something like that. Just FYI. I'm sorry, I'm zoomed in. I forgot to zoom out. Give me a second. Is that better, guys? With this light, it kind of makes things pink. That's my wifey, but I'm just not gonna decline her. She's probably wondering where I'm by and drop off some money because that friend of the family is going to fix my brakes and all that fun stuff. So let's see. Some of the plants floated. I got water wisteria in it. It's the Wi-Fi. Oh, okay. Okay, maybe it's the Wi-Fi because I am uploading. There's a super red right there. That's one of the males. No, that's a male. That's looks like a female. Because both the males and females have bristles. This the females and the super reds. I know there are super red fry in here. I added some more peppered cory cats. I got 4 from the local fish store. There is Little Captain right there, or my wife's. I'm separated from my wife right now. I live away from her. She's just asking when I'm stopping by today because I think she's gonna head out because I'm dropping off the money to my mother-in-law and she's cutting a check to the guy directly because it's so. Yeah, nothing like dropping $200. There's one of the nice fancy guppies that I have. Sorry if it's pixelated, guys. I have the camera as far. So there's the Faka. Since I put him in this tank, he's put on about an inch in length and probably about. So that's a female right there. That's super red, and they like to hide in this hide. So when the male's in there, I know there's babies. So the male's out. So that means these hides are pleco caves, if you want to call them. I haven't really seen them go into those because I think they're facing. They like this because it's a more natural looking. But I got the blue lobster right here in that cave. The upload is. That's when the pixelation starts. Pause that. Or I'll just cancel it and I'll let it upload later. Hold on. It'll upload. Done. Alright, the upload's done. Tell me if the pixelation's gone now. I just canceled the upload. Wow, look at how brighter that tank looks. Before, see the tank to the left? That's with the amount of duckweed. That was like with the duckweed and Naha grass, only it was darker than that left tank right there, that 10-gallon. Now, tomorrow before work, I'm going to move that tank. Oh, the blue velvet's actually finally starting to swim up to where you can get a good picture of them. Move, Molly. Get out of the way. There's the blue velvet. Sorry if it gets really kind of bleached, but That's a nice little specimen right there. So that's done. But back to this 20 long. Like I said, the bandwidth, my landlord has the basic internet package. He just has internet only. So there's the Fahaka, or Butterbean, like I like to call him, or Little Savage. Um, I add snails to this every day. For my snail population, I add a cube of um, bloodworms. I'm probably going to take some of those baby brine shrimp when they hatch. I'll put them in here for the guppies. I do have neon tetras in here. I have the pepper cories, fancy guppies. Someone was saying they want certain fish out of here, but I think I might be taking those fish and breeding them, for the fancy guppies. Sorry for the bleeding of the light. I mean, there's some nice colored ones in here. Like I said, I have neon tetras. Look at that kind of phlegm looking tail. That's pretty nice. Me personally, I like the blues, the blue colors, the purple like hues when you can see them under the LEDs. I mean, unfortunately, the female fancy guppies don't get much color. Their tail this gets colorful. So yeah. So there's Butterbean chilling out. Let me zoom in on him, guys. So obviously he's going hunting. I did add ghost shrimp in here, but I don't know if he's polished them all off. I bought 10 from PetSmart like a week ago. I'm sure he's crushed them. But that blue lobster self-clones, so there might be self-clones every so often. Usually when that blue lobster's hiding out in that cave, it's dropping clones of itself. And it recently molted, so once it's done molting, that it'll usually come and hang out. Now, Butterbean or Little Savage, he's not big enough to go take on that blue lobster yet. I'm thinking of taking the blue lobster out of here and maybe putting it in the 75 gallon and getting a bigger hide. That way, the cloning blue lobsters or whatever you want to call them go in that tank, and I just can pull them out and maybe I could sell those to people looking for the blue lobsters. Sell them as juvies. And that's the normal spot Butterbean likes to hang out. Scottish Aquatics, welcome. Hello, hello, he says. Don't mind me, guys. I gotta check my battery. All right, it's 12:14, and I'm at 23%. Once this hits, my battery hits 15%. Oh man, you can see that peppered cory cat. Its tail's gone. That blue lobster is an opportunistic guy. He'll wait for those catfish to go in front of him, and then he'll slice off their tails. And that definitely isn't from the puffer, because the puffer knows better to go after the cory cats. And I keep this puffer Butterbean well fed. I mean, his belly, you can tell his belly is pretty big. That puffer right now is just searching for snails. I haven't added snails yet today, so let me grab some of those, and maybe we can catch him feeding. I did have a video I did post on that update of that tank showing him chasing some of the ghost shrimp. So let me just go like this. Literally, this is why I keep this bucket, because literally I just pull all those off. I drop food in, and snails come to the top looking for the food. Daily. Because, snails like to breed like crazy. There we go. Now, let's watch Butterbean go for snails. Oh, there's one. That one's gone. Now, if you guys don't know, the bigger freshwater puffers have big teeth. Yep, see, he just ate that one whole. Yep, gonna eat that one whole probably. They have 4 teeth. So yeah. So I probably 4 or 5 smaller ones are in there. Molly's going after one of my plecos. But look, the belly's already gotten pretty big on him just from eating 2 or 3 little snails. And he will keep going after a snail. So even if it's a bigger snail, it'll keep crushing its snail. What does he eat? What kind of puffer? He's a Fahaka puffer. It's a freshwater puffer. It's the second biggest one that you can get, freshwater wise. I think the Fahaka will grow up to 18 inches long and be about the size of a smaller football, like a Nerf football, that size and width. The next biggest freshwater puffer, I believe, is the Maboo puffer, which will grow to 36 inches long and be literally the size of almost a soccer ball. If you're interested in seeing a blue puffer and close in person, check out Corey or Aquarium Co-op's website, and he has a live stream from the puffer, and he has feeding videos. So right now the puffer's eating mystery snails because I have them prolifically breeding in certain tanks and 5-gallon buckets. So his diet, this Vacca's diet or Butterbean's diet consists of snails. I might go into that. All right, guys. I had pea puffers, but unfortunately, I think they were older pea puffers because in captivity, puffers, especially the pea puffers, what 3 to 5 years max. I had my pea puffers for about 2, and unfortunately, when things happened, I wasn't getting as many snails. I didn't starve them, but they ended up this slowly but surely passing away, unfortunately. Um, but guys, finicky little buggers. Yeah, these puffers, especially pea puffers, they're very sensitive to water, the quality of water. And I was doing my regular water changes still for those pea puffers, but I just don't know if they weren't getting enough food. I mean, their bellies would be full every day when I left for work, and then I'd come home, feed a couple more. I'd feed baby brine shrimp. I'd feed frozen brine shrimp. I'd feed bloodworms and stuff like that. The local fish store has black worms, so I want to get a culture of those going. And you can see this puffer's just searching around for any other little smaller snails right now. But Butterbean, yes, this guy, this Fahaka, will eventually end up in my 125-gallon fish tank right there. That tank is like almost 19 inches wide, and I doubt it's going to get to 18, 19, and that they're talking that's the biggest they've gotten in captivity. Out in out in the wild, they probably can get bigger. So I will put them in the 125 eventually, but a lot of these Oscars and stuff like that are going to be cleaned out of this tank. I'm going to set up a pond over in this corner. Don't mind the mess. Let me zoom out. So yes, that puffer will eventually outgrow, but that Fahaka puffer is still small enough. That is a 20 long, so it's 30 inches long, or 32 inches long, and I think it's 30, and it's 12 and a half inches wide, and I think 12 and a half inches tall, or 14 inches tall, and 20 long. I can't remember the exact dimensions, but for that Fahaka puffer, it's fine right now. It's actually put a lot more size on than being in this 18-gallon tote. So yeah, all right, guys. Well, I'm actually gonna cut the stream here. Sorry for anyone that just joined and was looking for a good stream. If you want to go back, I think I set the stream where you could go back and look at it. Uh, Let me know what you think. If you just get into this after the streamed and it got posted, and you're a visitor. Please think about commenting, subscribing. If you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell button so you can get notified. And let me give a roll call. So down the wormhole, thanks for stopping in. Scottish Aquatics, Aquarium Cop. Anyone that's here, say something. Vibe you, welcome. Thank you for supporting the channel. And thank you for your sub. I said Aquarium Cop already. Pro Tim being in here. Aquatics. Down the wormhole. White, thank you for stopping in. V-Stag, thank you. Andy's Angels, thank you for stopping in. Treyharas, SSK, thank you. I'm just trying to get everyone that was in the channel at one point. Eventually my chat runs out. Mr. D, thank you. My battery list hit 15%. So it's like perfect timing. White, thank you for stopping in. Jad Orsi, thank you. Fishy Snowman. Angelo's Fish Tanks. Pleco Whisper or Big Easy. Mr. D. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anyone. Jamie McDonald, The Fish Loft. Thank you for stopping in and supporting the channel. Adriel Dobbs, thank you. Alright, that's my wife again. She's obviously got to talk to me, so I got to run, guys. So I'll talk to you later. Thank you for watching, subscribing, commenting. If you don't like this this live stream. Tell me why so I can improve on it. Thanks again, guys. Have a wonderful day.